This short tutorial is designed to give you an introduction to the MLA Bibliography. You have probably used online databases to find articles before. I'm sure you may be familiar with JSTOR or with PowerSearch. The MLA Bibliography, though, is the one that you need to know about as an English major because that's the main one. It's a database that indexes most of the, all of the significant journals and most of the minor journals in our field of English. It also indexes books and book chapters in our field. To get to the MLA Bibliography, you're going to work through the library webpage and go to its library.lr.edu, then go to the online databases page. You can list them alphabetically and select M and then MLA International Bibliography. If you are off campus, this will then ask you for a username and a password. Your username will be your last name. Your password will be the letters LR followed by the numbers not including the zeros at the beginning of your student ID number. Once you get here, searching the International Bibliography, the MLA Bibliography, is a lot like using Google, except that instead of searching all the web pages out there, you're searching through journal articles, titles of books, and the like. Let's imagine that I'm doing some research on the poetry of Thomas Wyatt. And specifically, I'm interested in knowing more about his poem, Whoso List to Hunt. What I can do here is put in Wyatt for the poet's name and the title of the poem, and we're going to click search and we'll see what comes up. And you can see over here we have 10 results. A little bit on reading these entries. This will be the title of whatever it is, whether it's a book chapter or a book or a journal article. Over here you have a little icon that tells you what type of source it is. It's an academic journal. You have the author's names. That will then be followed by the title of the journal. It's the George Herbert Journal. We then get the publication information. We know that this article was published in the 2005-2006 issue. It's volume 29, issues 1 and 2. And we know that it's pages 1 through 12. We can also see that more than likely we do not have a full text copy of this at Lenore Ryan, so I would have to request this through interlibrary loan. As I look through here, I can see there are some more journal articles. This one happens to be in Italian, which means that it's not of a whole lot of use to me. I don't read Italian. This one appears to be in Japanese, so we're limited a little bit here. This one in Notes and Queries, you can see there is PDF full text available. This one is a book. Although we can look at this and see that it is an article in a book. It's just these 10 pages in this book called A Companion to English Renaissance Literature and Culture. So you can see we turned up a little bit here, but not a whole bunch. So the next step in my research process using the MLA Bibliography might be to broaden my search a little bit. I might search just by Thomas Wyatt and see what I get. This produced 360 results, which is a little bit more than I really want to deal with. So the next step then would be to start thinking about how do I limit these results, but not quite as limited as I was. One thing I might be interested in would be Sir Thomas Wyatt and courtly love, or his relationship to the court. One of the neat little tricks with this, and this is with most databases, is if you click this little button for search help, you can find out in this particular bibliography how to use wildcards and other ways of limiting or expanding your search. You can see here that if you put a question mark in it searches for anything, like here we have NE question mark T, that would find, as it points out here, neat, nest, or next. If we put a pound sign at the end, it finds everything that begins with a certain string of letters and then any ending. So what we can do with that to make that useful, to give an example here, I can put court followed by the pound sign, and that then should find anything like court, courtier, courtly, and you'll see that now we have 18 results. That is a much more manageable list, and it's probably more relevant if I knew that I'm interested in court politics and those sorts of things in Sir Thomas Wyatt. You can do a more advanced search if you want. In some cases, this can be helpful, and in fact, there are going to be a couple of cases in our course where I ask you to look up an article by the title of the article and by the author's last name. But let's just see here. If we search by author for Heller, Jennifer, we're going to find out what Dr. Heller has written that might be indexed in the bibliography. And you see a book, The Mother's Legacy in Early Modern England. You see an article that was published in a book called, well, it doesn't seem to give us the title there of the book, as well as a couple of different academic journal articles. So that also is a useful thing to know, is the advanced search feature. I'll leave it to you to explore with this to try to figure out the best way to use it to get the results that are useful for you on your particular project. As always, come see me if you're having trouble with this. I'm more than happy to help you with search strategies or with just the mechanics of how to use this.